Welcome to the best small business podcast, where BJ and I deliver powerful insights, breakthrough ideas, and simple solutions to make your business unbelievably successful. I'm Rich G.
And I'm BJ Flagg. This is episode 167, our favorite business software tools for 2020. I think it's like, this is the most wonderful time of the year.
It's the most wonderful time. I got to sing this every time.
I know.
Year.
Combined, Rich and I have over 40 years of technical business experience. And so for us, we have so much experience in software, what's come and what's gone. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we've been, we love doing these at the end of the year, these podcasts, because it really sums up the stuff we really love. The stuff that
you'll notice there's some tried and trues in there.
Yes.
And then some new ones.
And some of the tried and trues have been around for a little while, and you might be afraid to dive into that whole area, and we're going to help you walk into the water slowly. So
yes, definitely. I think you're going to love them.
So
I'm going to go with the first one. You ready?
Go for it.
The first one is a business productivity software called Basecamp. And I love this one. You can make it as simple or as complex as you need it, depending on the size of your business.
Mm-hmm.
And when you set it up, we set it up that every project is a client. So you have the ability within that client. We also set it up by the sections that match up to our process. So again, you can see if the client says to you, hey, remember when we did that poster last year?
Mm-hmm.
You're able to go directly back to the poster, see all the steps, see what got chosen last time, give it to him, let them understand how long did that take us. The best part is it's such a game changer just from that type of client retrieval, right?
That's so important. Yeah.
Yeah. And, I think in any software, that's such a great one. And for us, it syncs to Tick, which is our timekeeping. And wow, gone are the days of wondering how long a project might have taken. You'll have another person come in for a proposal and you'll say, you know what, that sounds like the Penske job. And you're able to actually map it out and say, oh, it did take us a lot longer. Oh,
Now, if you use Tick a lot, do you get Lyme disease or, is Tick?
Good tips.
No, but it's so funny, though. It is a game changer because we did speak about a few podcasts ago, the whole idea of covering your ass when it comes to working with clients, where they'll say, no, I made this decision. Basecamp saves your butt every single time.
I know. I'm shocked at, some people can do without having a system like this and, go for many years of, relying on their own memory. Not good.
Well, Basecamp is great. When I've worked with BJ on many different things, she drives me right into Basecamp, and it is a safe spot. It is a safe spot to see exactly where BJ and her team are working on your project at any one time. So it really works out well.
Definitely.
So my tool is a tool that you might not have heard of, but it's called Bear, BEAR, like a polar bear. And it's by a company called Shiny Frog. It's a 5-year-old app that you could find in Mac and iOS. I've really been looking for to take all of my client note taking, all of my idea taking off of paper and put it onto the web. Yeah. And over the past 6 months, I've really been trying to find the right tool, going, Evernote and Roam Research and OneNote and a lot of even TextEdit, and not TextEdit, Notes on the Mac, really trying to find one that really worked. And Bear plays the sleek text edit to Evernote's monstrous Microsoft Word. So what you lose in absolute number of features, you more than make up for speed and ease of use. And that's what I'm looking for. I want something where I could take notes very quickly. It looks elegant. It's simple. And as a coach, I work in ideas. So getting them down ought to be very simple process. So.
Oh, yeah. And I think the simplicity is Bear's starting point, just the starting point, and it counts for so much of the success, which is so cool.
It's clean, it's elegant, it's open, it's simple, it's basic, and Bear keeps your work right on your computer, but it also shares it with your iPhone and your iPad. So everything syncs up instantly. So, and it lets you synchronize your work between an unlimited number of devices, which is great too.
How cool. That's awesome. My next one is QuickBooks. I say QuickBooks, but ours is called QuickBooks Online. And I have to say, I have learned so much about accounting from the QuickBooks company. Yeah. Big shout out to them right now. Absolutely so much. But there's so many versions. Ours is online. And Rich, which one is? I use
QuickBooks Sole Proprietor because again, BJ, you're working with a lot of clients and staff and everything. I have a small staff, but I don't need a very complex tool. I use QuickBooks Sole Proprietor, and it's also online, but it's great because it syncs up with my business checking account, all of my credit cards and everything. It's great.
You can't beat that with the amount of travel that you were doing, you know what I mean? Which you shall be doing probably in 6 months from now.
Exactly.
You really needed it. The detail in the customer reports are what I just freak out about because there are certain clients who ask for certain breakouts. Oh, not a problem. We have that breakout. It really saves time, and the amount that you can sync with your accountant's office. The other day, we got this phone call, and the guy said, "Hey, I was looking at a couple of the entries that you put in, and you need to make a withdrawal adjustment because you're putting it in the incorrect category. So let me help walk you through that." What a time saver. Right there. Able to both know, we're both looking at it. You just can't beat that.
Yeah, BJ, my next one is all about Zoom. And everybody knows about Zoom, but I've been using Zoom ever since they started for a lot of masterminds that I hold. And Zoom has been a powerful tool. A lot of people used to swear by Skype, and I kind of feel like I've come after the train because Zoom is pretty well taken over since the pandemic started back in February, March. And it's one of the few meeting providers that cater to both consumer and business customers. There are other ones out there, like I think Google has one, and there's Skype, of course, and there's a few others. But people select Zoom for online social gatherings in part because they use Zoom at work. And conversely, they use Zoom at work, they use it for personal gatherings and conversations. Yes. So it's dual use. They use it for everything.
I think, one of the coolest things is they offered a free model. Mm-hmm. That was the smartest thing they ever did because it got people used to using it, and you were able to have all the features, regular type of thing. The only thing was that the meeting had to be restricted to 40 minutes. Yeah. And let me tell you, as a business manager, I like that. We have the full version, but we laughed about it saying, 40 minutes. That's about as much as you want to talk.
And a lot of webcam video meeting software is so complex, and Zoom has made them so much simpler industry-wide. It offers users a quick path to first engagement with the tool. You can pick it up and use it pretty quickly. And I haven't done any statistical analysis, but I see Zoom a lot. And they
Oh, yeah.
often call the solution Zoom, even when it's not. Zoom is now the Google of webcamming. They don't go, I webcam, let's Zoom. And it's
Yeah.
so funny how that word has placed itself in our vernacular.
Yeah. It's kind of like Kleenex.
Yes.
Yeah. I think that's funny. And I think there's not, I can't say that I know any other company that can respond as quickly as Zoom.
Yeah.
They were able to rapidly change and handle the load of the pandemic and, amazing, went so quickly.
Yeah, there was that problem with security where people were popping on to Zooms and doing rude things, and Zoom immediately launched a patch or a new version that brought in a tremendous amount of security. And think about other software companies; they just couldn't do that, and Zoom just said, "We're going to get it done." So
amazing.
Great.
The next one for me is Google Analytics. And this is the best free advice that you can get forever for your business. And I'm always shocked when I ask people when we're working on their website, so can we look at your Google Analytics, before we get going on the new site? And they don't have Google Analytics hooked up.
Yes.
And I'm thinking, oh my God, their courses are fantastic and they're free. All of it's free.
Yeah.
And, for me, it's huge. Just the best information.
Absolutely. And even if you're afraid to delve into Google Analytics, it's worth it just to get an idea of, one big aha moment that BJ and I had with like my website was that most people go to just your homepage on your website and we obsess about all these other pages, and it's like it's 80-20. They spend 80% of the time on your homepage. So, but you start to understand the who's visiting, when they're visiting, how they're visiting, where they're coming from, where they're going and stuff. So it's a great resource for helping you tweak your marketing all the time.
Oh, yeah. And I think, once you've established what your key data points are, you can pull great reports, annotate, dig deeper into certain things. Absolutely amazing. If you haven't looked at your Google Analytics lately, you're going to be surprised because they have completely revamped it. It definitely has a little bit more of a pie chart graph type of look at first. And then you can do your usual dig down deep. So you can customize a phenomenal amount. So anyway,
it's amazing.
Great. Yeah, really good.
Our last business software tool that we're working with for 2020 is Keynote by Apple. I had to put Keynote in because there are very few things I'm really good at. and one of them is, and no ego aside, I am a presentation master. I love, I'm really good at it. And for many years, I leveraged PowerPoint for thousands of presentations, status updates, and sales tools. But when I started my own practice in 2006, I moved over to a Mac-centric system, using mail, tools, and stuff. But one shining moment occurred when I opened Keynote. It was like, oh my God, this is 10 times better than PowerPoint. It was simple, it was easy to use, and infinitely more powerful and elegant than PowerPoint.
Yeah. But know what I love about it is that you have such a great sense of communication and delivery. And you have that ability to do such amazing presentations with a device that another person might want to keep just completely simple. I just love that.
It's a great tool. It's free, but it's transitions, graphics, typography, flexibility. It's so much better than anything out there. Everything else looks very clunky. And here's the funny part. To this day, audiences will ask me, what presentation tool? Like, who does your presentations? They're so cool. And I go, it's Mac Keynote. It's a free program on every Mac. And they're like, really? And they go, it looks nothing like PowerPoint or anything. So For all those, and I'm going to add this in, BJ. I know you don't want me to say this, but by the way, for all those people out there with Windows PCs, it's over. Go get a Mac. Okay.
Exactly.
It's over. It's over. Stop it. Well, my software only works on it. Well, then keep it just for that, but get a Mac. So,
yeah, you'll be happy. You'll be glad you did.
absolutely.
Anyway,
And
that's it for today. Oh, sorry.
no, you could do it. You could go.
Hit the subscribe button down below to ensure that you never miss an episode. And if you'd like this podcast, feel free to share it with all of your friends. We are on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Click the thumbs up button, and the more you click, the more people will get to hear our weekly podcasts.
And even if you don't have friends,
Right.
just share it. Just share it. So we want to thank all of our core business partners who have helped us hit 167 podcasts, and our producer and editor, Richard Scalzo, who makes everything happen. Speak to you soon, and have an unbelievable week.
Catch you later.